How's it going, guys? Here with an update on my Arc Totem Heirophant. Just a classic Soul Mantle, 5 linked, 2 Kikazarus. I got Torch Oak Steps, which is Totem Life and Placement Speed. They also reflect damage. And Coward's Chains, which permanently curses me with vulnerability, and damage of enemies hitting me is unlucky while I'm cursed with vulnerabilities, so it rolls each hit twice and takes the lower value. So, which is really helpful considering I am level 86 currently and I've got 3,300 life. So, yeah. I mean, ideally, I might be able to replace the boots and get some more life there, but the rings are stuck here until I can get the right influenced rings that I can craft to get reduced curse effect. And then all the life I have is just on the helmet, gloves, and shield. That's it. That's all I've got. So currently I'm running a 5 link with Arc, added lightning damage, increased critical strikes, lightning penetration, and multiple totems. I have faster casting in here. I think crit multi might be better, so I might swap that out. And at the end of the video, I'm going to try and 6 link this because I have 2 5 links saved up in my Hoarder Crafting bitch. Other things I have here. I've got Steel Skin and Enduring Cry linked to increased duration. I haven't felt it necessary yet to put the Ball Grace in here with the increased duration as well. So that's what the extra socket will be for. And I have Shield Charge, Faster Attacks, Fortify, and Stone Golem. So the Stone Golem has faster attacks and Fortify. I have Wrath, Clarity. Those are my 2 auras. Elemental Weakness and Conductivity is being applied by Wave of Conviction. So Wave of Conviction is applying exposure and applying 2 resistances that are lower, or 2 curses that are lowering resistances. I have a Cast on Death Portal, which is pretty useful considering I have practically no life here. And I have Frostblink for getting up and down ledges because I'm using Shield Charge most of the time for movement. So I jacked my amulet for my other character, Claws of the Pride. If I've used a movement skill recently, I get 15% cast speed, which is pretty huge. It has life, it has spell damage, it has crit multi. It's a fantastic amulet. I don't know why I wouldn't use that. So, and on this Pantheon, I have Soul of Brine King and I have Soul of Yugal that is upgraded. I used the only Divine Vessel I've seen so far to get this so that I have 100% reduced effective curses on me, because when totems die because of the Soul Mantle, I'm being cursed with things, but they do nothing except for give me 14% increased damage per curse on me. So that stacks a ton of extra damage. And this passive tree will be linked in the video description. I'm not going to go over it too much. It's pretty much just as much damage I could get with whatever little bit of life I could get along the way as well. Actually, I'm curious about something. Just need to see before I go in here. Yep, I need that. Darn. But yeah, I've gotten this whole wheel for melding. I put in the 2 points in the life and chaos res here. Even got the reduced effective shock on me and the additional maximum resistance. So defense-wise, look at 23% physical damage reduction with the endurance charges and the armor that I have. Capped out on res, minus 25 chaos. So this is going to be a white T11 Drox that I have rolled up here. I also have a 6 boss Maven encounter that I could run. And this is, once I hit red maps on my Voltaxic Burst character in a 6 link, it was getting to the point where it's just like, yikes, it wasn't working. So this build is capable of doing these. On the 5 link, still level 19 gym, level 86, doing red maps. So this is, I think, the last conqueror. Yeah, I think this is the last conqueror of the 3 watchstone conquerors. So this will push me up into the the big boy maps, but I'm going to grind a bit to get levels because I do die quite a bit. You really just rely on the totems and just kind of hide like this. And there's sometimes, like, expeditions primarily, that I can die and sit there while dead while the totems just clear everything out, because totems have a 16-second duration on them. And I've stacked a ton of totem life. With the Soul Mantle, gives it 50% totem life, and these boots are 32%, and that's a low roll. I've actually used 4 divines, I think, on those boots, and just gotten garbage rolls. So I didn't roll anything on this because I don't want to risk my Drox. I almost lost my Baron because I lost 4 lives to the Acid Caverns Chaos Warbands boss, but I was able to clutch out the Drox, or the Baron. Let's see, what do we got here? I don't want to do critical strike chance against enemies on full life. I don't want to do this because my belt says you count as on full life while you're cursed with vulnerability. So even if I'm not on full life, I always count as on full life, so I'm always getting that extra crit chance on me. But I really just don't want to get hit at all. Monsters do not grant flash charges. Don't want that one. Don't freeze. Hits against monsters cannot crit. I'm just gonna down here. Not care. Drop these down. I want to keep spamming them to get the curses up. And just kind of let it do work. And then if I can get away with throwing in the Wave of Conviction, I can. And this build can do crit. Or reflect maps. Unless you level the Wave of Conviction. My level... Well, okay. If I were to run a reflect map, I'd replace my Wave of Conviction with a level 1 Wave of Conviction, because I did a Fizz Reflect map, and even though my totems aren't going to die that way, I was one-shotting myself with Wave of Conviction, because it's only 50% conversion. So here we get a Harbinger. Another red map. It's fantastic. I really want to, like, I'm going to grind the incursions. If I can get this upgraded, I believe it says you count as on low life while cursed on vulnerability, and then for 1 point, I get 30% more damage permanently. That's something I really want. The 6 link would be great as well. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at with things. And it's cruising. I don't have to deal with the curses at all. Like, it's great. Almost got me thinking just maybe every build I play I need to run dual Kikazarus, because it's ridiculous, but then you're just kind of stuck playing every build as a no life build, which isn't the greatest thing to do. But also, now that I have 100% reduced curse effect, I don't have the Tim chains like doubling the duration of everything. All the curses, which it used to do before I got the 20% additional. And like having only like 3,300 life, it's really not that bad. I'm not counting the ES because it disappears a lot. It's actually not as bad as it might seem, because hits against me are unlucky. Taking damage over time can be pretty bad, but that was an extra Fizz rare that just hit me there. It rolled that hit twice, and I took the lower damage value. So it's really not as bad, and I can really just kind of hide behind the totems. They can draw enemy aggro quite a bit. But sometimes I die, and that's why I have the Cast on Death portal, which won't work in here, so I need to drop that. Alright, let's kill Drox. If I could figure out a way to work in Zealotry to the mix, I would like to try and do that, because that would give me a bunch of extra damage on top. But I feel like this is going great. For a Drox fight, like, I'm not getting hit because the 5 totems I have are aggroing everything. Now we've reached the phase where they don't do anything. I'll go ahead and clear these out just so they don't drop on me. Middle. But I'm pretty confident, even with the 5 link, when I've got offhand gems leveling, I've got 7 chances of the 21 arc, which I believe gives it an additional chain. I think it's going to be great. Because arc does more damage for each chain remaining, so once it gets an additional chain, it's gaining a bunch of extra damage on single target, as well as being able to hit more enemies at once. And I also really like the automaton arc effect. And I gotta keep remembering, like, same with the Voltaxic Burst character, if I keep remembering to, like, use a movement skill, my totems get another 15% speed. Okay, only 1 totem here. No. Any second now, he should be going down. There we go. Drox down, and only 11 minutes. Yeah, I'll go ahead and... You know what? Yeah, we'll do this too. This is the first of the 6 boss Maven encounters that I've done. So this could be crazy, or maybe not. We'll see. This can go here. And does that put me? Yeah, that's awakening level 4. The next one I can spawn Sirius. We get 3 of them. That's okay. The lightning golem's not a problem. The chaos golem is. But if I can group them together, the totems will hit them both. Okay, this leaping ancient city boss is pain. Stone golem doesn't really do much of anything. It'd probably be better off to get myself a chaos golem. Okay, one enemy is dead. We got Rigwald in here now. I think this thing's just naturally lightning resistant, the lightning golem. So that's probably why it was being a pain. Alright, and we've got a Dominus. I love Crossblink so much. When you don't need to use it often, like Shield Charge or Flame Dash often, Dash even, the instant teleport skill is amazing. There we go. Like, this build's performing very well to my standards. Like, compared to my Voltaxic Burst that I put so much time and thought and effort into, it just doesn't have... It has insane burst damage, but the, like, always uptime on DPS isn't there. Because, like, if one of these totems dies, like, there's just a new one. So I'm getting, like, whatever my path of building DPS is, I'm getting that uptime, like, always. So, things to do here. I got a Zoph's Inception. I got a 8 passive, level 53 fire cluster jewel. I got a Rain of Splinters that is, like, min rolled. 50% reduced totem damage. This is really good for the Forbidden Rite totems, but I don't really want to play Forbidden Rite totems. If I want to play, like, when I get around to playing Forbidden Rite, I want to do it on an occultist, I think, and self-cast it. So a lot of people have kind of fleshed out the totem build with Forbidden Rite, and then I've never dropped this unique ever. The Yoke of Suffering, which enemies take 5% increased damage for each type of ailment you've inflicted on them. So Um, Ignite, Shock, Chill. I guess Frozen counts as well. And then Brittle, Shocked, or Brittle, Sapped, and oh, Poison works. Bleeding works. Okay, so there's so much stuff that can just like stack more damage if you can get a lot of these things. So that's pretty interesting. I know somebody who's really enjoyed using this. And then I got a Hunter influenced Fossilized Spirit Shield, and then I got a Blister Lord and flipped it to try to see if I could get Shaper on it. But it hit Redeemer, so now I have a Redeemer Fossilized Shield, which is kind of cool. Alright, last thing to do today. Let's see if we can 6-link this bad boy and just make it better. Like, I didn't want to 6-link it first because I knew I was capable of doing everything I just did. I've got 499 fusings. I left myself some spare. And if this doesn't 6-link, I will just 5-link it from the other bench. If this goes 6-link, oh, we're set on this. Because I still got gym levels. I've already been cruising. Yeah. And I think tomorrow I'm going to farm out my Atziri sets that I have. Because this build can do Atziri because, I mean, again, I have to throw in the level 1 Wave of Conviction, which I do have, for Reflect stuff. So I'm not taking Reflect damage from Atziri, but the Totems can take some damage, and they've got... There we go! There we go! Hell yes! 6-link, Soul Mantle, let's go! So now I'm just banking fusings again for whatever comes next. Oh, yes! Yeah, it says 16.8 DPS, and now it says 20.4 DPS. It's big. It's big. I still probably will swap that for a crit multi, but for today I'm gonna mess around with that. Hell yeah. That's gonna do it for me for today. Hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe with a Cirrus kill. That'd be pretty amazing. Bye for now.